fight fans, boxing fight fans, little boxing fans around the world. Talkin' Fight coming at you once again. Friday night panel featuring me and you, Mike.
No, we the only ones putting in overtime, Graham.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll take this opportunity then to fill in for Christian because I know he's away right now and he won't be able to give the history blurb. So allow me the pleasure. I was doing a little bit of research on the Olympics because the Olympics are coming up next week. And I was going back to like 1988 thinking, because they're a controversial Olympics and yada, yada. Anyway, I found out that on this night, July 16th, 1988, there was a pretty interesting fight that occurred. Evander Holyfield, right, had his first heavyweight fight, if I'm not mistaken, against James Tillis, right? And Evander Holyfield won, but I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you were alive.
I was 7.
There was a massive brawl because they continued to punch each other when the bell rang after the second round. So the trainers got involved. They're dragging people. That kind of thing happened. And it was kind of a famous fight. But interestingly enough, our boy Tillis is actually one of the fighters that went up against Tim Witherspoon and lost to Tim as well. So I was hoping, and I know Tim's trying to get on. He must be phoning us from the South Pole or something because he seems to have an. And so Tim should be joining us. We also have another special guest, Jairo Vargas, coming in from Virginia, who actually used to play professional soccer in Mexico. Before turning into a professional boxer. And one of the questions we have to ask him if he's still there he is right there. I think Jairo. Now we'd have to find out whether he has his audio on. Turn on your mic.
Hey now.
You might need to unmute.
So that was the history lesson.
So on this day in 1988, Evander Holyfield and Tillis went head to head. It was a rumble in the jumble.
A rumble in the jumble. a little punch drunk are we today?
There we go. So there's our history lesson on this day in 1988. The 88 Olympics are pretty well famous for the crazy judging that went on. And I don't know, Roy Jones Jr. is probably a classic case of having lost. I think actually the 88 Olympics is when our boy Lennox Lewis won his gold.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Anyway, let me quick so James Tillis and Evander Holyfield this day, 1988, went toe-to-toe. And Tillis eventually went on to lose to Tim Witherspoon, who I thought would have on the call tonight. Oh, there he is. There he goes. And there's our other guest who's giving us a tour of his house right now. Where's Cedric Ben?
I don't know.
Is he playing hard to get?
He might be. He's supposed to be here. I know that much. Oh, tell Mr. Vargas here that maybe he should set the microphone settings so that it goes through his headphones. See if you can set the settings for your headphones. Because I've had that problem before too.
Yeah, there's only one big fight this weekend, isn't there?
Yeah, man. It's, we got the Jamal Charlo and Castano.
Yep.
Unified WBC, WBA, and IBF world champion Jamal Charlo.
It is one of those fights that we've all been waiting for.
Yeah. I'm finally happy that we get to see it. And then we got WBO world champion Brian Castano, and they will be battling for another undisputed status, but this time at super welterweight, as all 4 154-pound belts hang in the balance for the first time in history.
I didn't know that.
Yes. Yes. So for the first time in history, this will be the undisputed status of the super welterweight at 154 pounds.
Cool.
Yeah. And it's live on Showtime at AT&T Center in San Antonio and in a premier boxing champions event.
I love San Antonio. So another fight going on in Texas, man. Those Texans, they've got it all together. Jairo is there?
Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Hey, there we go.
Finally.
Yes, we can hear you.
So we were just talking about your professional. We were just talking about your professional soccer career.
Oh yes, I played professional when I was very young. I was like 14, 15. I played for one season. I am from Mexico, so I play soccer in Mexico.
But you didn't make enough money, so you switched to boxing?
No, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. You know what? Sometimes life play with you in a good way, and you know, I make the decision that I did everything that I could do from my end, and it was time for me to leave. So I left. I moved to the U.S. long time ago, and boxing found me. You know.
How old were you? How old were you?
I started boxing when I was 19, 20. Yeah, 19, 20. I mean, it came late for me, but boxing has been great to me.
So are you still, we were just discussing this before you came on. Are you still fighting professionally right now?
Yes, I am still fighting professional. I will be fighting in September, God willing. And I'm going to be fighting in California.
Okay. Do you know who you're fighting yet?
I don't know yet. We don't have names yet, but I will be fighting in California.
Awesome. Well, you'll definitely have to send us a link and let us know exactly what day, so that we can definitely watch it, man.
Yes, for sure. I will let you know. I will let you guys know. I send you all the details when the time is right. And where are you guys located?
Toronto, Canada.
Oh, nice. What about you?
We're both in Toronto.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, good. So tell me.
Although it might look like I'm from England or something based on my background. And you know what? To Carl's point, who's commenting, first of all, he's asking what position did you play in soccer. But in other big news, and I saw this again today, Lee Wood going up against Zucan on the 31st of July. And I think Last Bell even put up a poll on Facebook as to who you think will win that fight, and I think everyone picked Lee Wood, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. Anyway, going back to the question, what position did you play? Goalie?
No, I play forward.
Yeah,
I play forward. Yeah, I like to score goals, and that was my passion. I play since I was 7 years old up until I moved to the US. I keep playing, but I play forward.
Out of curiosity, then, because I'm gonna hazard a guess here and say that as a young Mexican soccer player, you had to be better than any average American soccer player. So
well, what can I say about that? It's very competitive in Mexico. Just
right.
to be a good player in your neighborhood, you had to be really good. You know, it's like comparing football, American football, or basketball to soccer.
Yeah, we
Very
know.
competitive.
We know.
Yeah.
So that's why I was asking, like, why you didn't continue playing soccer in America, because you must have been better than all the rest of them.
Oh, gotcha. Well, to be honest with you, I did try. When I was right before soccer, or maybe at the same time, right at the same time of boxing, I did trials for a professional team over here where I'm located in Richmond, Virginia, and it was like maybe around 200 people did the trials. They only picked like five. I
Oh,
was one of them,
wow.
and I trained with them for a few months, but it was not in me anymore. It was not in me anymore.
So how then at that point then did you switch over to boxing?
No, that was like I found like boxing found me around the same time. Hello, and
Hey, Cedric.
you know,
Hello, hello.
yeah, boxing found me around the same time, and I fall in love with the sport. You know, my former coach back then it was Freddie Corriton, Italian American from New York, and he teach me a whole lot, like pretty everything I know in boxing. So I told myself I had another opportunity to make something out of this, you know. So I put the work, and it took me five between 5 and 6 years to become a professional.
Oh
So
yeah.
so you were in the amateurs for 5 or 6 years before you went pro?
Yes, sir. Yes,
How
sir.
how many what was your amateur record?
My amateur record here in Virginia, we don't fight often, but I had a lot, around 30 fights, and I got like maybe 17 and 17 and 12, 17 and 11, something like that.
And then I see on your record when you went pro, your first loss was to Devin Haney, right? Correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Uh,
Uh-huh.
so run us through that. What was the experience like stepping in the ring with Devin Haney?
That was still a good that was
Well,
still a good fight because you competed well. You competed well in that fight. So I just want to make sure that you know that.
well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yes, I fought David. He's a great boxer, you know. I'm not taking that away from him, and he's taking advantage of all the opportunities he got. And for me, it was a different situation because I took that fight in a short notice. We're talking about like 1 week,
Oh
you
wow.
know. Yeah, so I didn't have any opportunity of train or whatever. I only had opportunity to do weight loss, you know, to do the weight.
Mhm.
And we went to the fight. You know, it's a lot of pressure for me because my first fight on television, first time in Vegas, all of that. And but I hold myself, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
you did. Yes, you did. Definitely.
we we
Definitely.
went to the fight. I follow instructions, you know. And this is I just want to say this one because nobody ever asked me this. Okay,
Hmm.
if you watch the fight, uh, the referee was speaking Spanish to me at some point in the fight. We had a full conversation in English in the locker room, and I had no idea why he was speaking to me in Spanish. So I didn't
Hmm.
like that.
That's weird.
That is weird.
Interesting.
That is weird. So I see your last fight. Last time you were in the ring was back in 2019, right?
Yes, yes, I
So
forgot
did you
his name, but it
did
was a
you
Russian guy.
yeah did you find that you fought Arturis Amotovs?
Oh yes, I remember now. Yes.
Yes. Um, so did you find the pandemic, the world pandemic, put a halt to your training and your fighting and everything, and that's why you've been out of the ring so long?
Yes, sir. Yes, that's absolutely correct. You know, a lot of people are not the only one. We've been putting everything on hold because of the pandemic. But, you know, things getting better and I'm moving forward for this next fight. And yeah, I'm going to be training with one of my friends. His name is Nayo Fanel. He's 11 and 0, great fighter. He's training with Joe Vargas and Anthony Vargas. They good people, great trainers too.
Actually, I think I follow him on Instagram.
Oh yeah, he's a friend of mine.
Yeah, I
I
think
I
I
hope
follow him
you
on
can.
Instagram.
I hope you can guys talk to him one day.
Definitely, definitely. I profile young fighters, young and up and comers on my show at 4 o'clock every day.
Yep.
I definitely love to get him in and
Good,
talk
good.
to him. I love talking to the young and up and comers, man.
Yes, sir. I let him know for sure.
Awesome.
So those trainers with the same last name as yours, are they related to you?
No, no, it just happened that we had the same last name, but no, we're not related. Or maybe I don't know.
You never know. You never know. It's
you
true.
ne- you never know, especially with Latino people. Latino people
Big
all over
family.
the place, all
Big
over the
families
place.
too. Big families.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You could
What about you, my friend? Where are you located?
we're in different spots, but all in Canada.
Are you in
I'm in
Canada
Windsor.
too?
I'm in Windsor, Ontario, right by the Detroit border, like 5 minutes away.
Oh, got you. So
Yeah.
one fact about Canada. I never been in Canada, but I was in Buffalo, New York.
Okay.
So
Yes. Yes.
you can
Yeah.
see Canada
Yeah.
from
Yes.
the river,
Yeah.
and
Definitely.
I had a great time. I like Buffalo, New York. One of my friends
Hmm.
is from there. His name is Robert Finn, another boxer.
Nice. Nice.
Um, I follow this page on Instagram. It's Lions Promotion, I think,
Yeah.
and
Lions promotion.
they from Canada.
Yes. Yes. They're a good Canadian promotional company trying to do some
Yes.
big things. Yeah.
So if any of you had a connection, let her know. I want to find one of the cars,
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Definitely.
and
Cedric.
it would be.
Cedric, you have the ends there, don't you, brother?
Yes. Yes. Definitely. I'll definitely talk to some people for you.
I appreciate
Definitely.
that. It would be great to come to Canada, perform, and get to meet you guys.
Definitely. We'd love
Perfect.
that. We'd love that. It'd be great.
Can you take us through one of your best training camps? Can you take us through a week, like just get for any boxers that are listening right now, just give us a quick example of one of your best training weeks. Like how much did you run, how much did you spar? What
Yes, sir.
just give us a little quick example.
Yes, sir. So, for example, if I'm getting ready for, let's say six rounds fight, we're gonna 6 rounds fight. So I start training 6 7 weeks prior to the fight, and I break it down like my conditioning, uh, running, road work. I break it down in like 5 5 4 3 2 1. I break it down like that.
And rounds, you
So
mean
I
rounds? How many the
no,
rounds that you do?
like I'm talking about running, like running 5 times a week,
Oh,
four
okay,
times a
okay.
week,
Yes,
three
yes.
times a week, 2 and 1. The last
Okay.
week I do only one time, and very light work, because the last
Yes,
week
yes.
I'm
Yes,
just
yes, yes.
relaxing my body. But during training camp, I training 2 3 times a day. In the
Hmm.
morning, do the road work, get some rest,
Yeah.
maybe train a little, some more, exercise.
Hmm.
Then go to the boxing gym, and the next day the same thing.
Yeah.
And uh, I spend in the boxing gym like around 2 good hours, I believe, 2 good hours
Hmm. Hmm.
with the trainers, and follow. We're making a plan. The trainers watch the other fighter. They're making a game plan. They talk to me. Um,
Hmm.
every corner works different. Where I used
Yeah.
to work with my corner was like, they talk to me like codes, like code names. I knew
Yeah.
what they mean, and I knew what I
Okay.
had to do inside the ring.
Okay.
So when they was fighting and they say the word, and I know exactly what they meant. So I
Okay.
perform.
Okay. Cool. 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 Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
What else?
Come on. Come on, Cedric.
What as far as your amateur experience, you had 30 match. What do you feel was your biggest test as an amateur in your 30 fights? Because you're still young in your professional career, right? So as
Yes.
an amateur, what do you feel was your best competition?
I think the biggest test as an amateur was when me and my team back then we went to ringside tournament,
In Kansas
and
City.
yes, a lot of people like
Yes, yes,
1,500 fighters. That
yes,
was crazy.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
everybody fighting at the same time and fighting
Hmm.
people with lots of fights. You
Yeah,
know, when
yeah, yeah.
sometimes you fight somebody that have 50 fights and you only had like 11 or 12, you
Yes,
know, or
yes, yeah.
sometimes you fight somebody that has like 100 fights and you had 30,
Yeah,
and that's the
yeah,
way it
yeah, yeah.
works in the amateurs. But it was a great experience. I remember now, in that tournament, I met Terrence Crawford. Terrence
Oh,
Crawford.
nice.
Yeah,
You fought
he.
against them? You fought against them
No,
or
no, no,
just
no, no,
met?
no, no. I met him.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice,
I
nice.
fought one of his teammates from that gym in
From his gym.
Nebraska.
Okay,
Yeah,
interesting, interesting.
that was the
Nice.
semifinals. He's a really humble guy, really cool.
Hmm.
I asked for a picture, and he said yes, no problem.
Nice, nice, nice.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
What?
One more person,
Go on.
one one person that I met. This is a funny story. I met, Nacho Verstein.
Yes, yes. He was Marquez's coach. A lot of guys' coach, but Marquez and the guy that gave Mayweather fought twice, Maidana. He was Maidana's coach, and I forget who else, but he coached a lot of the good Mexicans, right?
Okay, if you know Juan Manuel Marquez, Mexican
Yes,
fighter,
yes,
Nacho Verstein was he was the trainer,
yes,
and they
yes,
fought
yes.
against Pacquiao.
Hmm.
So one day, uh, one of the times we fought in Vegas, on the way back, we stopped by. It was Houston Airport, and
Okay.
we were walking, me and my team, and I don't know where I saw Nacho Verstein coming, and I was surprised. I couldn't believe it. I see Nacho Verstein, right in front of me. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
stopped
yeah.
by. I say hello. He did not speak English, but I speak Spanish. So we started talking. I say hello, introduce my team, and
Nice,
he needed help with English, so I translate for him.
nice,
I
nice,
translate for him a little bit. He was
nice,
a really
nice,
cool guy, humble. I same thing. I asked for a picture, and he said yes, no problem.
nice, nice.
When you getting late into the boxing game, as you said, because you played soccer first. Did you find the politics hard, and did you find it hard to start a career in boxing that late into the game?
Uh, Actually, comparing to those two stories, I think boxing was easier because I feel more support in boxing. Even though things are tough, don't get me wrong, but I feel like there's more support here in the United States
Nice.
with boxing than like soccer in Mexico.
Right.
In Mexico, the politics are just crazy. I don't even want to go into details, but it's just crazy over there.
So the politics is very, very influenced in boxing in Mexico, is what you're saying.
What I'm saying is, it's more support. The support system here in the U.S. it's
It's bigger.
better than
Okay.
Mexico.
Okay.
In Mexico, it's like pretty much everything is like who you know, and if you know somebody, then they give you a chance. If not, they not.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there is a lot of active Mexican fighters out there. I think the last time I checked, it was upward in the 3,000 of active Mexican boxers.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess it would be hard.
Well, I didn't know that, but I'm pretty
You
sure there are a lot. Yes.
you enjoy it though. You enjoy it even though you started late. You just got into the swing of things. Um, what was it like turning from amateur to pro? Can you describe their first pro fight?
The first profile. Well, it was. I don't remember that day like it was yesterday. I was waiting for it for so long,
Hmm.
and I couldn't. I couldn't believe it. I was about to fight professional. It was it
Hmm.
was like a dream come true, and I waited for that moment, and I told myself that was a crazy fight for many reasons, but the guy was way bigger than me, high in weight. He didn't even make weight.
Oh
Um,
wow.
but I told myself he's not going to win this fight. I don't. I'm going to do everything.
Nice.
He put me on the canvas, and I believe in the second round, and I got up. and I put him on the canvas like 5 seconds later.
Yeah,
Nice, nice,
yeah.
nice.
And we continue fighting. We continue fighting. I went back to my corner, and Coach Freddie Corton told me what to do. He said go for the body. So I follow instructions. Um, I follow instructions, and we put him down once again, and went for the body. The round number 3, and we knocked the guy out. My team was really happy. Freddie Corton and Brett Jackson. Back then, they were really happy for the W.
Nice, nice,
What
nice.
short term goals? Where do you see yourself in the next year?
Well, I want to continue with my career. I feel very. I still enjoying uh, training. I have passion for the sport. I believe we can do something about this and get good fights. And you never know. Maybe fight. Hopefully, fight for a championship, and it's sometime soon. That would be great. I'm giving a chance. What I'm doing now is I'm giving a chance to myself, and I'm continue fighting.
Hmm. That's
Nice,
great, man.
nice.
That's great. Honestly, I can't wait. You got to let us know when that next fight's happening. Drop us the info. We're definitely going to watch it, and then we're definitely going to get you back on afterwards as well to talk about it. That's
For
what we
sure,
like,
for sure.
that's what we like to do, man. We like to talk to all the fighters, right after that fight. So yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
for sure.
make sure you keep us in touch. Hey, Cedric, people are wondering out there if that's a Ferrari in the background.
No, it's a Corvette.
No,
Corvette.
it's a Corvette, man. Don't these people know anything?
That's a nice one.
Um, so another question has come in from some of our viewers. They want to know if you're related to Samuel Vargas.
Samuel Vargas. No,
he's
I
he's
am
he's a
not.
Canadian.
And Canadian. Well, say hello, man. He might be my cousin. You never know.
Yes, yes, yes.
The Vargas boxing family is huge.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, yeah.
Carl was asking who your favorite Mexican boxer is right now.
Right now. Well, right now, Canelo. Right now the one that is active is Canelo, and before him is Chavez Senior for sure.
Mm.
The greatest Mexican.
True.
But I love how Chavez Senior fight the inside, how he break it down, how he get in the inside. It's like the Swiss science. He worked really good.
Mm.
He start working and then go sideways, sideways, go sideways, and that's when he got in
To
and
cut
give it
you
to the
off,
other
yeah.
guy. Yeah,
Cut
he
off the
cut off
ring.
the rim. Beautiful,
Yes,
beautiful.
yes, yeah,
And
yeah.
compared to Canelo, it's different style, but Canelo is a really, really smart fighter. Sometimes when I watch the fight, I had rewatched the fight because I wanted to see why and how he throw that punch.
Yes,
Everything
the
is a
study.
purpose. Everything he does has a purpose.
Mm.
Yeah, he's. You know what? He is a very methodically planned fighter, man. He everything is strategically planned in Canelo's game. He's always been like that, man. That's why he is who he is. And honestly, he's a great person to watch fighting. You can go back and watch those tapes over and over again. And what I like about it is when you go back and watch those tapes, no matter how many times you watch it, there's always something new you see.
Yeah,
Because
yeah. Always something to learn.
there's always something to learn off that. It's incredible. Um, who
Good question.
if
Oh,
you
go
could
ahead.
fight
Go ahead.
anybody right now, professional, who would you want to step in the ring with tomorrow?
Wow, that's a great question. I would love to. I would love to. I would love to fight David again, but a fair shot. Like, give me a fair shot. You know,
Mm.
big people
Fair
never
training
give a
camp.
fair shot. Like you cannot say you beat somebody when you don't beat the best of them. You
Right.
cannot
Yes,
say
yes,
that.
yes. Give you,
You know?
if you had a proper training camp, proper
Yeah,
recovery and stuff like that.
yeah, you never know.
Yeah, for sure. Um, quick question back to the. I'm sure you remember the Mexican rivalry with Barrera and Morales. Who who were you going for in that rivalry when they fought? Would they fight 3 times, 3 or 4 times?
Yeah, I like Morales better. I
Mm,
I like
interesting,
Morales. So
interesting,
they
interesting.
went at it. I watched the fights. They went at it, and they even after the fights they were not talking or whatever. They they
Yeah, I
they
know.
had a big beef. I don't know what's going on over there, but after years, I believe they are in good terms now.
Mm, yeah, sometimes
Yeah,
that happens.
yeah.
Yeah. Cool, man. Cool, man. Thank you very
What
much,
about
man.
you guys? What do you think about Fury against
Against
Wilder?
Wilder. Oh, that's a whole big mix-up. I don't know, man. I don't know. I
Honestly,
don't know.
honestly, it's been holding up. It's been holding up the heavyweight division long enough. They just need to get it over with. Stop all this bullshit. Just fight. Get the damn titles given to whoever they got to be given to, and let's get all these heavyweights that are sitting in the background in the locker room waiting for their turn to fight these morons. And let's get this heavyweight division back to being exciting again. Because
Mm,
honestly, there hasn't been an undisputed heavyweight champion in the 4 belt era ever.
really?
What the hell's going on here? You know what? We sit back, we watch these guys hum and haw over the hundreds of millions of dollars. You know what I see? I see the women getting in the ring and not giving a shit and pounding the crap out of each other. So you know what? I think these men need to smarten up, take a page from the women's book, and you know what? Like, untuck your balls, bro. Get in the ring and fight people. Straight up.
I agree
Straight
with
up.
you. I agree with you. There are not many fighters that fight, the best of the best,
And
not many.
that's what needs to happen, man. Champions need to fight champions. You know, it's a year of undisputed and unification. You know, tomorrow night, we have the exact same thing happening. You know, we got Charlo versus Castano,
Castano.
right? And this is going to be the first time that an undisputed status at super welter will ever happen. This is the first time in history it's happened. So, it's the year of unification and undisputed, and that's what we need, man. We need one guy in the division wearing all the belts so that there's no more bullshit talk. Yeah, that's right, man. Mike, 100% facts. Yes. Spitting the truth right here on the Friday night panel.
Yes, sir. That's the truth. 100.
Yeah, man. Yo, but honestly, they got to stop pussyfooting around, man. Just get in the damn ring, start fighting each other. You know, we got all these interim champs. We got all these mandatory fights that are supposed to happen. And we've been waiting on this, man. And all they've been doing has been sleeping on this crap, man. Why? For money. Money this, money that. Just get in the damn ring, fight each other, and get it over with, man. You know what? The whole boxing world's getting sick of it.
Well, from my perspective, I think sometimes details, so whatever the negotiations goes, is bigger than. Well, it's money, of course, but it's a lot
Yeah,
of things that go to it. A lot.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know what's going on between them two and how the negotiations are, but I believe it will happen. I believe it will happen.
We'll see it, but here's the thing: we will see it, but will Joshua or Fury be holding any of those belts when they get to fight again? Maybe
I don't
not,
have the answer for that.
right? Maybe not. You know, we had the chance here to have an undisputed heavyweight champion, and now I see that slowly slipping through our grasps because you know what, Joshua, he's got 3 belts. You know what, he's got mandatory fights coming up. He's got people that are in line for those belts. Hey, man, when Joshua and Fury get back together, they might not have any belts.
That's what I'm saying. It's no guarantee that Joshua's gonna get past Usyk, who's a very
No,
good, slick
no,
southpaw boxer, right? So it's gonna be
Oh,
interesting.
that is going to be a tough fight.
definitely.
When is Joshua and Usyk? When is that? December? No, September, October, I believe. Yeah, I think
I
it's in
got us.
September,
I got
October.
Usyk on that one.
Yeah, I wouldn't, because of the skills. Even though,
Yeah,
Joshua did win a gold medal at the Olympics, I still think Usyk has better boxing skills.
I agree with you.
Especially as a southpaw, he knows how to use his jab. He's light on his feet for a big guy. He's
You know what?
again.
Yeah,
I wouldn't. I'm not going to compare him to. I know Carl got on me last time when I compared him to Evander Holyfield, but he does have some of those attributes as far as someone that dominated at cruiserweight and now is trying to move their way up to heavyweight. Usyk does have those skills to do it, so we'll see if he can. Have the punch resistance too.
That fight is scheduled for September 25th.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know what? Honestly, Usyk, I like him. His ability to be on the inside. He knows how to play the angles. He knows how to control the pace. He's always going to be the smaller guy, usually in the heavyweight division. He's 6'2", 6'3". Everybody else is around 6'5", 6'7", 6'9", 7 feet.
Yeah.
As a smaller guy, he's just going to have to work harder. But he is a workhorse. He's no slouch, and he's not afraid of that, man. He's fought as a heavyweight before, so
yeah.
Only time will tell how he's going to do against these opponents, and if he can handle his own with these big guys, man.
So, Mr. Vargas, you said you got Usyk in that one?
Yes, sir. I got Usyk. I agree with him. I think he's a better. The IQ, his boxing IQ is just great. I watched the guy fighting, and I think he got great qualities as a fighter, as a boxer.
Yeah.
And he's very tough. He's a tough guy,
He is.
Definitely.
What is your prediction for this weekend's fight with Charlo and Castano?
I got Charlo. Charlo is a good, really, really good fighter. Great training camp, great sparring partners. I think he will get it done, no problem. Now I don't know if he's going to distance or knockout, but between those two, I say going to distance.
Distance, yeah, because Castano is good. Cause remember, Castano beat Earl Spence in the amateurs, and he has another big win too. I forget who, but he has a couple of big wins as an amateur. I know it's different as a pro, but he still has that experience, So it's gonna be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That the amateur pedigree is big factor for a fighter when you turn pro.
Yeah, exactly. So what gave you the confidence to turn pro when you did that? After your 30 fights or something, what gave you the confidence?
When we went to fight, I fought with people in the amateurs, people with way more fights than me. I beat them, and I spar many people, different fighters, professionals, and I feel really good, really comfortable inside the ring. And I'm Mexican, so I'm a brawler. But my coach Freddie, he taught me how to box, so I became a puncher boxer, and I was looking good, little by little. And he said, "I think you're ready," and I say, I believe so too."
Nice.
And we make the move.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a great experience. Yeah.
I can't wait for this fight tonight, man. It's gonna be great. Or sorry, tomorrow night, not tonight.
Tomorrow night.
Get my days mixed up.
Is there any fights on tonight? No.
No.
Well, he's talking fight. Mike.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, what do you guys think about Manny against Spence?
Manny against Spence. I think it's going to be interesting. I know he did Manny, he just beat Keith Thurman, even though it was 2 years ago, at 40 years old. So I don't know what he's been doing in between then. Hopefully, if he's been active since then, like not active fighting, but at least in the gym, I think he'll put up. I'm still picking Earl Spence, but I don't think he'll stop Pacquiao. I think it'll go the distance still. I think he's gonna try to stop him, but I don't think he will. I think it'll go the distance still, and Spence for the decision.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you
What about you guys?
I believe the same. I believe it'll go the distance. I believe Spence will take it in the end.
Well, I'll wild card it on this one. Then I'm going Manny.
Well,
And there with you.
Only because I've said before he's one of the best pound for pound fighters ever, and
he's the only 8 division champion ever. Right?
But he's old.
Yes.
Listen. He's been pushing pens too much in that politician's office.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, that would be one of the distractions, I think. But I like money too. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of money. You know what can I say? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
depends.
man.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but I believe you know what, Spence, man. Spence gonna take it. You know, Pacquiao. You know what? He's just fighting because he likes it to stay relevant. He doesn't want to hang it up yet. He doesn't want to leave the game of boxing. You know, when was the last time he was in the ring? 2 years ago.
2 years ago, but
plus he's not that old. They have to join Mike Tyson's league.
he's still too young for that. I think you got to be
fighting the YouTubers.
Oh, that'd
Yeah.
be interesting.
Did you see Jake Paul wants to take on Canelo?
Yeah, in 3 years.
Oh, wow.
I don't think that would happen.
He said some really rude stuff about Billy Joe Saunders. I gotta admit, like, there's one thing for Jake Paul to be brash and say shit, but at the end of the day, you can't, like Billy Joe Saunders. I mean, he gave it his all, and
yeah,
I
can't believe what Jake Paul's saying.
Oh, honestly, the guy's just a mouthpiece, to be honest. Honestly, I don't know how this guy walks around chirping that he's, got, all these wins and he's a professional. Like, I'm sorry, but you're not fighting professional boxers in a professionally sanctioned event. How in the effing hell are you gaining wins on your professional boxing status? Like, on your record? How? Who are you paying?
Is he in BoxRec?
He's on BoxRec, man.
Really?
He has 20 million followers that give him that false courage. I got you, boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has 20 million followers that give him this false confidence.
Yeah. Jake Paul, the problem child, on BoxRec, 3-0.
There you go.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
So let me ask you something. If his fights were all against people that are not professional boxers, how does it affect his professional boxing record? Am I the only one that sees this shit? Am I?
I mean, only thing I could think of, again, going back to his millions of followers, that BoxRec might put it on there because it'll attract some more people to their site. That's the only thing I could think of, using his popularity to help their financial gain. So
it's marketing.
Yeah,
it's
exactly,
unreal.
Marketing.
It's unreal.
It is.
That's my position on it, man. You're not fighting pro boxers. How do you have a pro boxing record? This is a joke. You should just stop talking about him as being a boxer. Just call him what he is, which is a YouTube influencer. Just leave it at that. Go enjoy your Triller concert fights with all the weed smoking and effing rappers and singers all singing. Like, go do that shit, man. Go. Problem child. Problem this, buddy. Oh.
I don't like it either, but it is what it is.
It is what it is, man. And you know what? These promotional companies, what they're seeing dollar signs, so they're jumping on the bandwagon and they're gonna ride it until it burns and crashes and somebody gets seriously hurt, and then they'll all be like, "Oh, well, we didn't know."
Yeah.
Well, apparently there's a clause that even if they get injured, that they're not responsible for their injury. So that's, yeah. So anyways, sideshow. Enough with the sideshow. Let's get back to real boxing.
Yeah, that's a good one.
While we've been chit-chatting, Tim Witherspoon has been calling me several times. He's been trying to get through online onto our show here, and for some reason simply can't. So he's been calling me, but the one question he wanted to ask our guest was whether or not he would support a boxing or a boxers union. And one of the issues that comes up is the relationship between the promoter and the boxer, employer versus employee, which therefore would cover the boxer in case of injury. And as was pointed out to me last week, that was actually upheld in the U.S. Supreme Court. So, Jairo Vargas, you're on the spot. Do you support a union for the boxing community?
Yeah, you put me on the spot on this one. Oof. For me to make a decision, I really need to look into it and see what is the pros and cons in regards to the topic. Uh, like for example, right now, from myself, I don't have a promoter right now. So if you had a union, that would be great because at least you feel like protected and somebody's taking care of you one way or the other. Now there is a lot of fighters out there. They had no promoter, no manager, and nobody's taking care of them. But if they have a union, that would be a totally different story. They would have somebody to go to. They would have a lot of answers for the questions. Somebody that might guide them to where to go, who to talk, what fights, what not to take, what yes to take. Stuff like that. So from that point of view, I believe that would be great for lots of fighters.
That's one thing that we try to do here at Talk and Fight, and with all our shows. A lot of these guys that we profile, a lot of the fighters that we interview, they're just starting out in the game. Some of them are still working 60-hour-a-week jobs, hustling and bustling, to pay their rent, and then still make it to the gym to train, still make it to that training camp, to still get in that ring and fight as a professional, and not reap the benefits of being a prize fighter, right? Like when you get into professional fighting, you're a professional fighter. You're expecting to get paid to fight. And it's sad that, there's a lot of young talent out there, a lot of boxers that go unrecognized because they don't have the resources, they don't have the management, or they don't have the promotional companies. And you know what? I believe a union would help with that situation and get every boxer that fair chance that they need to be seen, to be able to be picked up by these bigger, promoters and bigger management companies.
Yeah, on a number of other levels too. I mean, when these boxers actually retire, I mean, at the moment, there's no safety net. They may have put in a decade full of fighting and getting nothing out of it. So the union can help out on many levels, as Tim has pointed out to us. And I believe, is he on the phone right now? Our producer is saying he is. Is Tim there?
I don't hear him.
No, me neither. That's too bad. We'll try to get him because. Are you familiar with Tim Witherspoon, Jairo?
Hello.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Tim, how are you?
Hello, Tim.
And I'm really upset. I'm upset, man. I figured that it'll work. How's everybody? I figured it'll work on the phone that I used last week because I was trying to get the computer set up and and then this phone went out, man. And I can't believe it.
Give it an uppercut.
I can't believe it. Huh?
Just give the phone an uppercut.
Hey, listen, I'm definitely gonna be ready next week. Next week, I just got finished talking. Before the show started, I had Cash Ali, who just won the IBF Heavyweight Championship European title. He want to be on the show next week, and I gotta put this other phone out. Hold on. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was talking to Cash. Okay, it's off. Here you go. Yeah, I was talking to Cash, and he's want to be on the show next week. And then I wanted to talk some things. I was talking to Paul. They had this guy, this guy from this organization who's serious about helping the boxers out. We getting this thing together. Last week I was in the Bronx with Iran Barkley, Mike Tyson, Michael Spinks, Larry Holmes and Jerry Cooney didn't show up. It was Junior Jones, and everybody's on page. They were talking about helping the boxers out. And here it is. I can't even get on my phone and for a whole hour to talk, man. I missed out. I wanted to talk to the Spanish boxer. Oh man, I wanted to, congratulate him and talk to him. And my phone, I hate this opportunity. Can't let him go by.
Don't worry, champ. It's not the last time, champ. You'll be back on.
Don't worry. Just give it one of those famous combos of yours.
I thought this phone was going to work. I thought the other phone was going to work. And then I called my daughter. I said, "Oh, Shania, get the laptop." So like for 20 minutes, we was trying to get the laptop, a brand new laptop, the school center. So, Cash Ali guys next Friday if you want them on.
Yeah, definitely,
All right.
Looking forward to that.
Look him up, man. I'm mad. I'm serious. I wanted to talk.
It's okay. I'm sure we will have another opportunity in the future.
Listen, Paul Johnson is ready. He went to a baseball game. He said, "Look, Tim, tell him I'll talk from the baseball game." He's serious. We are all serious. I'm mad because I wanted to be on and talk to the young boxer. I think it might be he younger than me, right?
Yes.
I'm 60.
A little bit.
I'm 63. I wanted to talk and I set this stay aside and I just got finished talking to Cash. He said, "Oh man, I would love to do that." So if you want to have Cash on next week, you got him. Okay, he's the IBF European champion. He just won it about 3 weeks ago to a month, maybe a little bit longer than that. Okay, so he could be in line to fighting Joshua in maybe a year or two, a year and a half. But not a year and a half. I'm saying a half a year or a year, depending on what they do. They'll pick him because he lives right there around Sheffield, England. Cash.
Okay.
So, and Joshua, Wilder, all those guys. So he's the champ, and so he might get a fight with Joshua if things go in his right direction. So I apologize I couldn't get on. I had so much to talk about. I know you guys wanted to talk too, but I apologize.
Well, you know what? Hey, Tim, this is Graham. Your name came up earlier in the conversation because on this day in 1988, Evander Holyfield fought James Tillis, and one of the boxers that you fought in your career was in fact James Tillis, and you beat him.
Yeah.
So your name came up in conversation. We were talking about you. We were talking about your efforts with respect to the organization, and I asked our guest Jairo Vargas what he thought about it, and he gave a really good response with respect to helping boxers out.
He's off, right?
Pardon me?
Is he off now?
No, he's still with us. You can talk to him.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's beautiful. Yeah, we need as much people. I just want to congratulate you. You won the championship, or you won a lot of fights, or you just started?
No, I mean, as a pro, my record is 6-5 with 5 KOs. In the amateurs, I'm 2-time Golden Gloves champion. And
wow, that's great.
Where we are.
Yeah, he's still early in his career, working his way up.
So when you turned pro, what did you do?
What did I do? I followed instructions from my corner, That's how we got the W.
No. I mean, how many fights did you have?
Before turning pro, I got around 30.
No, after you turned pro.
He's 6.
Yeah.
No, right now he's what, 6-6 with 5 KOs?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 6-6 with 5 KOs.
Okay, 6-6. So, okay, that's good. You still fighting, right, champ? You still fighting?
Yep.
Yes, sir. I will be fighting in September, God willing.
Okay, we're going to be supporting you. All the boxers that I talked to, we're going to be supporting you because we need to support each other in the boxing game, and we got to get those boxers that's receiving tons of money from the promoters and stuff to try to get involved too. They're most likely won't get involved because they're making money, and other people, every boxers are not. But we're going to try to get them on board. I couldn't talk to Tyson. He was moving around. We took a couple of pictures. But I did talk to Michael Spinks, and I talked to a couple other people. So while you fighting, just remember, you got afterlife, after boxing. So keep that in your mind.
Sir.
You got to remember after boxing what you're going to do. So that's what we all trying to do now. And I really apologize not coming on earlier because of my electrical system and all that. But think afterwards also. I know it's hard to think about boxing because it's hard for a boxer to do his business and box. It's hard to do it. If you find me a boxer that can box and take care of his business, show him to me. So you know, yeah. So
Thank
we
you.
help you.
Thank you very much.
Keep
Thank
in
you very
touch.
much for everything. I can relate to your comment. And I want to take advantage of the opportunity that I'm talking to you guys. And I want to ask to any promoter out there that if you are willing to give a chance to somebody, to a real one like myself, let me know. You know,
Yes, sir. We'll get the word out
I
for you,
give,
man. We'll get the word out
I
for
give
you.
you, I will give you guys a 100, nothing less than that.
But what you also need is a team behind you too that's going to help promote you. We automatically are there for you. But your immediate team has to help you do that also. You know I will. If anything I can do, I can help. But your immediate team gotta because you'll fight anybody, right? You'll take anybody,
Anybody,
right?
Yeah,
anybody.
he'll,
I ain't scared.
he'll fight anybody.
Anybody.
He took on Devin Haney in his like third or fourth fight, wasn't it?
Fifth,
Yeah,
fifth fight.
yeah, fifth.
Yeah, man. Wow.
Yeah, sometimes as a fighter, sometimes I feel like I take advantage of. I'm not scared of anyone.
And that's something that you can't teach. You can't teach. You have a heart or you don't have it. You can't teach that.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, that's great. I'm glad we had Tim join us on the line. I don't know if are you still there, Tim?
Oh man. Yeah, I ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
Everybody, and talk to this fighter. He need the right directions. We're going in the directions. We got to help these boxers, these former boxers. We got to get the guys that's making all that money to realize that this is the sport you made all that money in. You might as well put something back in it or help us. That's all we're trying to do. That's all.
Equality for the fighters.
I'm gonna get as many boxers as I can to come on board.
It's all about equal opportunities for each boxer out there.
That's it. Now, when you negotiate for your fights, that's on you if you don't make the right negotiating. Like you negotiating with the promoter.
I think he gave his phone an uppercut.
We gotta have the right managers, the right people behind you, and stuff like that, so you can train, so you can win fights.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like this here outlet we doing now. Somebody might hear it and give you a shot. So I'm coming on here every week if I possibly can, because this is a good way of getting messages out and tell people we got to build it. And I got people that want to join, people that want to speak like you and me, ordinary people. I'm ordinary, and we're gonna make this thing work. Okay?
Definitely.
Sure, champ.
Perfect.
Champ, we support you 100% in your movement for the union in boxing. I believe it's going to do great things for the athletes while they're in the sport and long after they have retired from the sport. And I'm happy somebody is actually taking the time to try and start a movement like this and move it forward with everything they have.
We started.
We started. You know what? I'm on board, champ. I'm on board. Any help I can give.
Paul wanted to be on, but he had the baseball game. He was getting ready to. He got his phone and everything, and he said he would have did it from the game.
Oh wow.
Family's at this baseball game, and Paul took the phone with him. He said, "Man, if I got to call you from here, I'll do it." But I talked to him early today. That's why I figured he'd be ready.
Oh, we like to see faces in our show.
Yes, definitely.
We're moving into that hour long time frame, so we need to wrap things up.
All right.
Okay. You best I'll be ready next week.
All
Yes,
right.
champ, we can't wait to see you next week.
If you want Cash Ali to come on, he said he'll be ready next Friday. Okay.
Awesome. I want to talk to him. Bring him on.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get Michael Spinks. Okay, I'm gonna get Michael Spinks. How about Junior Jones?
Sounds
Hell
good.
yes.
I'm
Hey,
ready.
champ.
I'm ready, champ. Bring him on.
Champ,
I'm ready.
hey, champ, you don't have to ask us, man. You don't have to ask us. All these names that you're saying, these are all great names, great boxers with great careers. You don't got to ask us, man. Just tell us when they could come on.
Okay, so next week, Cash Ali told me, gave me his word. He's the IBF European champion. And I think they give this what they do real quick. They give us little belts to give us inspiration for the big ones. They gave me the North American first, and then I knew the next one was going to be the big one. So this is like the IBF is like a small. It's legit over there, but the real one is the real IBF. And they're going to give that to him next. So they're letting them know they're giving them the big shot. They're letting them know by giving them the IBF European. And so next he's going to get the IBF, the big shot. So at 2 fights. So we're going to get him on the show next Friday and everything. Okay, he's a nice kid. I was training him before. Some things went down. I had to come to America. So he's on next week, guys. Okay, Cash Ali.
Perfect.
All right.
Sounds
cool.
good.
Perfect.
All right, so I guess it's time to wrap this up since we've hit that hour.
We have.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Go ahead.
Jairo Vargas, thank you for coming on and letting us know about your story. Anytime we can help you, anything we can do, the Talkin' Fight family's here to back you. Let us know when you're going to fight next. We're always going to be supporting. Graham, Cedric, again.
Yeah.
What a wonderful Friday.
Mr. Vargas, so I just want to tell you, stay focused, man. Keep working hard. I know you're looking for the promoter. You know, I'm actually in the works of trying to start a little something promotional coming myself. Hopefully I could get that, hopefully you get something before, but if not, if you're still waiting, I got your back. I promise you, I got your back.
Appreciate it, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you very much for having me. To all of you, good conversation, great interview. I can't thank you enough for this. I just want to send this one message to my Latinos people. Quiero decirle gracias a todos por el apoyo. Estoy muy orgulloso de representar a mi gente latina, mexicanos, Sudamérica, todos latinos. Y saludos a México, a Veracruz, mi gente, saludos. Thank you very much, guys.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Talkin'
sir.
Fight fans.
Okay, Mr. Vargas.
Thanks for tuning in
Champ.
to another wonderful episode of the Friday Night Panel. We'll see you next week.
There you go. There you go. 1, 2,
Grab that like
let's
hook.
go.